Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. I'm Aniqa Amjad, lecturer in University Institute of Diet and Nutritional Sciences, University of Lahore. Today I'm going to present on biofortification. So moving forward, here are some contents which I will discuss further in this lecture. That what is biofortification, why we need biofortification, what are the goals of biofortifications, objectives, aims, and drawbacks and benefits, and impact on society and on health, and the drawbacks. So, what is biofortification? Basically, biofortification is a Greek word originated from bios means life and Latin word fortifications means make strong. Here is the difference between fortification, biofortification and supplementation. The purpose to differentiate, to present you the difference between these three are is that supplementation and fortifications are two interventions which are short-term interventions, which are already existed in the market, but did not prevent help to reduce the micronutrient deficiency for the longer time period. But biofortification is an intervention which can prevent the micronutrient or eliminate or reduce the micronutrient deficiencies for the longer period of time. Biofortification is basically avoided in the crop. Fortification in the factory, like during processing, if the nutrients loss occur during the processing of the food, and supplementation is in the plate, ready to eat. Now, biofortification basically is an upcoming, promising, and cost-effective and sustainable technique of delivering micronutrients to a population that has limited access to diverse variety and other micronutrients interventions. Unfortunately, major food crops which we are currently using, like staple foods like wheat, corn, maize, etc., are deficient in micronutrients which we require on the daily basis. Here are some projects which are currently running in biofortification. First one is iron fortification, which we are doing in the rice, beans, sweet potato, cassava, and legumes. The purpose to fortify iron in these products is because these products are frequently used by the consumers and population in developing countries. Next one is zinc fortification. Zinc is an important micronutrient which is important in the growth and development of the person or living organism. Wheat, rice, beans, sweet potato, and maize were the products, crops in which zinc was fortified. Provitamin A and carotenoid biofortification in sweet potato, maize, and cassava to eliminate the visionary side effects in children and infants. Amino acid and protein biofortification. As we know that amino acid and protein are the building block of our muscles to build. It helps to produce or strengthen our muscles. Sorghum and cassava are the sources in which biofortification was occurred. Here are some aims of biofortification. First aim is to recognize the foods or needs of the consumers, which kind of food or which product they frequently want to consume on the daily basis in their households, and what kind of products they grow in their households and eat staple foods. So basically, we need to recognize the staple food. For example, in Pakistan, being a developing country, we use regularly rice and wheat. Second aim is like cost effective. It should be cost effective. The biofortification technique, like it would be it should be easy to reachable and cheap in price. The third one is biofortification should be sustainable technique. Like if we grow the crops in 1 year, then we can utilize it for the further throughout the lifespan. Fourth one is reaches the country, vulnerable people. The most important one aim of the biofortifications technique is basically the purpose of this technique to intervention is to reach the products on the remote or rural areas where it wouldn't be easy to reach the products for the products or supplementary or fortified products. Final and the last one is the biofortified products highly yields in an environment friendly, that it won't harm the environment or create the environmental pollution. Here are some products which are biofortified: cassava, pearl millet, beans, maize, and sweet potato, which are easily available and starchy foods, and they grow in a very large quantity in developing countries. Here is the pathway in which the biofortifications occur. Discovery. First one is discovery. So what we will do in discovery, first point is we will identify the need of the population, and we identify the target population, that what kind of population needs the most of biofortified products, set nutrient target level. For example, if that population which we recognized is deficient in iron, then we will biofortify the products with iron nutrients. Screen germ plasma and gene discovery to make the compatibility of the seeds and genes. The next one is development. Breed biofortification crops. We will develop the products, new crops varieties, and measure nutrients retention in crops. Either the nutrients are compatible to the crop or not, either they are uptaking nutrients properly or not. Evaluate nutrient absorption and impact of that nutrient which we value added through the biofortification. What will be the impact of that nutrient or crop on the human? Then is dissemination or distribution of the product. Develop strategies to disseminate the seed. We should create the strategies to reach that product in the rural or areas or remote areas where it is impossible to reach the other interventional products. Promote marketing and consumption of biofortified crops through media or through other sources. Or ultimately, these all pathways will lead towards the improved nutrition status of target population, which we will target or recognize in the initial stages. Here are some methods of biofortification. First method is selective breeding. The second one is genetic modifications, and third one is agronomical biofortification. The most chosen one was the agronomical biofortification. Why agronomical biofortification? Because number one reason is conventional breeding, like much time to develop of new variety. Conventional breeding need a lot of time. So there isn't any much enough time to overcome the micronutrient deficiency, because mortality and morbidity rate is already surging day by day in developing countries. Molecular approach, sophisticated technology, there is need a very sophisticated and delicate setup. Genetically modified crop not accepted in all countries due to their taste and color. Exchange between yield and micronutrient concentration in grain is also another issue. That it is very mandatory to transfer the nutrient concentration in crops equally to fulfill the purpose. First, we will elaborate the selective breeding technique. This is the conventional breeding method in which requires the crop with naturally occurring high nutritious value to be crossbred with high yielding varieties. For example, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. If the one variety have nutrient rich and rich in nutrients, and the other variety is rich in yield, then we can breed that both varieties to make the nutrient rich high yielding variety of food. The development of the hybrid variety must be monitored by the nutritionist to check if the improved levels of nutrients can be consumed by the consumers. Like if we are trying to enhance or increase the nutrients in the crops, either that nutrients are equally transferring to the human body or not, or absorbing or compatible to the human body or not. How the nutrients levels are affected, and storage, processing, and cooking of food crops also monitored by the nutritionist. Second one is genetic modification. In this method, the change of genetic makeup of domesticated crop by incorporating genes from the wild crop of same species that code for increased production of the nutrient to make the lost crop nutrient. Here's the example of golden rice, in which the beta carotene was increased genetically. Agronomical biofortification, the application of micronutrients containing mineral fertilizer to the soil or to the plant leaves, or increase the micronutrient contents of edible part of food crops. This is mainly done by on the starchy vegetables or starchy foods, because like rice, wheat, maize, because they are dominant and they are easily available worldwide or used as a staple food. Agronomical biofortifications methods are here, that how agronomical biofortification is done. Agronomical biofortification is done by the following methods. First one is fertilizer application. Either we can directly apply or mix the nutrients to the fertilizer, intercorporating with the pulse and crop rotation. Use of soil microorganisms and organic manure to increase the fertility rate of the soil. And the further fertilizer application is divided into two forms, that we can apply the fertilizer in two forms on the plant. First one is soil application. Either we can apply the nutrients on the soil, or second one is foliar application. In foliar application, basically we add on the nutrients and fertilizers into the spray bottle and spray on the leaves directly. That will enhance in so many plants or crops in which the nutrients are absorbed perfectly on the leaves rather than the roots or shoots. Here's the impact of biofortification. We will see the impact on the different stages, public health policy. Is it changing or affecting the public health or in real meaning? Biofortified crops can provide public health benefits and lower the burden of disease. So it will be helpful to reduce the morbidity rate in the population. Cost benefit analysis. Biofortified crops are often more cost effective than alternatives. It could be more cheapest in price, that it can be affordable and reachable to the every kind of population, either they are mediocre or lower middle class or lower class. Is this society acceptable? Many consumers indicate a willingness to pay sustainable amount of biofortified crops. So it is uh, accordingly. Trade and regulations will also be effective, and research questions as that improving current methods. There are some needs and future needs or future discussions of research that there should be a matter that would be easy for the farmers to learn and to grow more biofortified products. So here's the importance of biofortification. First importance will be conventional crop breeding increase nutrient level without reducing yield. Like if we will process the food further to grind the we are gonna grind the rice to make a flour, or to make a flour, then there are very low chances to reduce the nutrients. Help to overcome the malnutrition in human being, which was the most important goal of the biofortification. The next one is help to improve plant or crop quality and increment of variability of germ plants. And the fourth one is biofortification for important crop plants through biotechnological applications, cost effective. It will be reachable, sustainable, and it will improve the nutritional status, and the extra nutrients will be value added in the food. Help to increment of nutritional quality in daily diet. Here are some drawbacks of biofortification. First drawback will be that genetic contamination of natural global staple food will harm the environment and human beings. Indirect and health may cause allergies or fail to perform desired effect. For example, if the person is allergic to some nutrient, then we are adding continuously in crops overall, and that crops are domestically available to the every household, then it can cause ultimately the allergy to the people who are allergic to some nutrient, to the specific nutrient. Supply does not provide a sustainable quantity and the recommended daily intake. It might be more than the recommended daily amount of the nutrient, so it could be harmful to somehow. Cultural, some people prefer to eat only white rice passed on traditional values and spiritual beliefs. They won't like the golden rice, maybe they won't like the corn or maize, which will grow by the biofortifications. Here are some biofortification projects in Pakistan due to the alleviating hunger through biofortification, deficiencies of micronutrient like iron, zinc, and vitamin A, stunted growth and cognitive development, increased risk of infection among women. It may cause complications during pregnancy and childbirth. So to alleviate these problems or to overcome these problems in people in rural areas, around 80% of the population suffer from hidden hunger. So the biofortification technique is in developing country like in Pakistan is running currently as a short-term strategy being used the world over to overcome the micronutrient deficiency, include the food supplements and food fortification. But both these approaches can be expensive and required a vast level of investment. So biofortification is an intervention which can be cost effective and will help to overcome the micronutrient deficiency and hidden hunger, to alleviate the poverty, and then consuming this high nutrient dense diet will decrease the micronutrient deficiency diseases and disorders. There are some objectives and disadvantages, and here are some key findings of biofortifications throughout the articles which I have studied to make this lecture. I concluded that the conventional crop breeding increase nutrient levels without reducing yields, and farmers can grow easily and eating biofortified crops, and consumers are buying them continuously will be able to buy. Extra nutrients in crops even after processing and cooking improve nutritional status of the crops and taste of the, it will enhance the taste of the crops. Biofortification will be cost effective, centralized investment which is reaching rural areas. Moreover, biofortified staple crops like orange maize, orange cassava, and orange sweet potato can provide 50 to 100% of a child's daily vitamin A need. So, in this manner, we will be able to reduce the vitamin A deficiency in children under 5 year age. Biofortified beans contains up to twice the amount of iron as common varieties and reverse iron deficiency in young women when consumed on the daily basis. So, in that manner, it will also be helpful to reduce the anemic rate in women and children. High iron pearl millet help reverse iron deficiency in school children as well as a food-based diet providing 4 milligram of extra zinc a day, that amount provided by biofortified crops like zinc rice, improve zinc absorption and improve immune system because it is important for the enhance the immune system and for the growth and development of the reproductive system. So in other words, it will be helpful to somehow to increase the micronutrient levels in our body. Thank you so much. It was all about the biofortifications. Allah Hafiz.